What's up guys, today's video I am gonna do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best laptops 2022. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos. Even though the LG Kilogram might be a more literally accurate name for this laptop, the LG Gram 17, 2021, is shockingly light regardless. It's arguably the very first thing you'll notice about the laptop when first picking it up out of the box. It's hard to truly gauge the value of this without holding the laptop yourself, but trust us when we say its lightweight of just 2.98 pounds, 1.35 kilograms, is a remarkable achievement for a 17-inch laptop. That weight positions the LG Gram 17, 2021, as one of the lightest 17-inch laptops around. Other productivity-based laptops certainly don't fare as well in this regard. The Gigabyte Aero 17, for example, weighs almost twice as much at 5.5 pounds, 2.49 kilograms, while the XMG Pro 17 fares a bit better at 5.1 pounds, 2.3 kilograms. That's still roughly a whole kilogram the LG Gram 17, 2021, has over its competition, then. Still, if you want to go even lighter, the LG Gram 14 and 16-inch variants weigh even less and are slightly cheaper to boot. Those could be better options if you're concerned about the extra real estate taken up by the LG Gram 17, 2021. Speaking of real estate, the LG Gram 17, 2021's dimensions are 15 by 10.3 by 0.7 inches, 381 by 261 by 17.78 millimeters. While the larger screen does take away from some of the portability aspect of its 14 and 16-inch counterparts, the impressively thin depth makes it compact enough to fit into an appropriately sized laptop bag with no issue. You might think that such a lightweight design comes at the cost of durability. After all, heftier laptops can give users peace of mind when it comes to preventing accidental damages. The LG Gram 17, 2021, is still impressively sturdy, however, featuring a full metal body that's resistant to drops, dust and other common forms of wear and tear. The LG Gram 17, 2021, has impressed us from a design perspective, then, but it's no slouch under the hood, either. Intel's 11th gen processor does a great job at multitasking, allowing you to juggle multiple projects on the go simultaneously. The Blade 14 looks and feels just like its 15.6-inch sibling and other relations. Unless you hate felt metal and Razer's Tangled Snakes logo, this is a good thing. The build is one of the best among elite laptops, especially gaming rigs. This style has been a trendsetter among vendors creating trimmer and classier gaming laptops, and it's nice to see it at this size. The all-black paint job, modern squared-off design, thin screen bezels, and RGB backlit keyboard are all present, and in some ways even easier to appreciate in a more compact chassis. As with the Blade Stealth 13, you can really tuck this system under your arm and take it on the go, which feels extra satisfying considering its full-fledged features and gaming power. To be specific, the Blade 14 measures 0.66 by 12.6 by 8.7 inches, HWD, an impressively compact volume in any laptop category. Our favorite 14-inch competitors are the Acer Predator Trident 300 SE and the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, which are plenty thin at 0.7 inch each, but the Blade 14 has them beat in overall footprint. The margins are small, differences so minor really shouldn't sway your buying decision, but the dimensions are impressive and easy to appreciate. Of course, it's not all about the size. Given the Blade 14's premium price, you'd hope for and expect a fast and feature-filled, as well as highly portable, laptop. Available components and features are tied to certain configurations, so before we discuss them, let's take a look at the models offered. The graphics options deserve some focus as well. For a system this compact, you'd be forgiven for assuming Nvidia's most powerful GPUs aren't available, but Razer's offering of the RTX 3070 and 3080 is impressive. It's a big contrast with the 14-inch competition. The Zephyrus G14 maxed out at the previous generation RTX 3060, the version we reviewed used a 2060, but the newer model has been updated, and the Predator Trident 300 SE stops at the RTX 3060. The Laptop Studio's top half is only a little bit thicker than a normal laptop lid, but otherwise is completely normal when using it as a typical laptop. The main hinge is stiff and doesn't wobble, a common problem with Microsoft's older Surface Book design, but you can still open it with one finger easily. The magnesium and aluminum chassis is sturdy and well made, with nary a flex to be found. The Laptop Studio's design is also sturdier feeling and more stable than the typical convertible laptop with a 360-degree hinge. It has options for more powerful components than you typically find in a convertible laptop or Microsoft's own thin and light Surface Pro 8, as well. The screen is a 14.4-inch touch display, with 2400 by 1600 pixels and a 120 Hz refresh rate. It's bright and color accurate, just like other Surface displays, and it's large enough to comfortably split the screen between multiple windows using Windows 11's new Snap layouts. The 120 Hz refresh rate provides much smoother scrolling with the cursor, better touch interactions, and reduced latency with pen input. The Surface Signature 3:2 aspect ratio makes working with documents and browsing websites more comfortable, but it also gives the Laptop Studio a footprint that's almost as big as a 15-inch laptop. At over 4 pounds and 0.7 inches thick, this isn't exactly an ultra-portable laptop, but it's not a huge chore to lug around, either. Pulling the screen forward is a bit awkward. You have to reach up and bend the top half backward until the magnets holding the bottom half in place release, and then you can bring it closer to you. You can then park it halfway across the deck, tenting it above the keyboard, but still providing access to the trackpad. Magnets in the deck grab the edge of the screen to lock it in place. I struggled to find a good use case for this mode other than watching movies on an airplane tray table or poking around on the touchscreen, as the angle of the display is still too vertical to comfortably write on it with a pen. From the tent position, you can then lift the screen up and flatten it down entirely, turning the computer into an awkward and heavy tablet. This mode makes sense for drawing or writing. The screen is flat and it's easy to lean over it and start working with a pen. Gaming laptops tend to range from plain to over-designed, but the Alienware M15R4 manages to find a comfortable sweet spot. Our review unit had an elegant white chassis, with hexagonal vents on top, a colorful Alienware power button, a tasteful geometric pattern on the lid and just a small protrusion for vents in the rear. The M15R4 doesn't look like a traditional work laptop, but it wouldn't look out of place in a slightly futuristic office, either. I also appreciated the laptop size and weight, 15.3 by 12.0 by 1.0 inches, and 5.3 pounds. As 15-inch gaming laptops go, that's a pretty modest profile, and the laptop should fit easily in most bags and backpacks. The power brick is pretty large and heavy in its own right, of course, but that's hardly unique to the M15R4. Aesthetics aside, the ports merit some praise and some criticism. The selection itself is above reproach. On the right, you'll find 2 USB-A ports and a microSD slot. On the left, there's an Ethernet port, a USB-A port and a 3.5mm audio jack. These are all well and good. The back is where things get a little less optimized. In addition to a rather inconvenient power port, slightly left of center on the back, just far enough from anything to comfortably reach, there's an Alienware graphics amplifier connection, a USB-C port with Thunderbolt 3 support, a mini display port and a full-size HDMI port. On the one hand, the USB-C port is an integral part of Alienware's ePU setup, so there needs to be one on the back of the M15R4. On the other hand, USB-C is already a common way to charge phones and connect peripherals. Giving users only a single port, then hiding it away on the back of the machine, makes the laptop feel much less future-proof than it should. The Surface Laptop has always been a gorgeous piece of hardware, and the Surface Laptop 4 is definitely no exception. The model we got in for review is the 13.5-inch Surface Laptop 4, and it is one of the most lightweight and thin laptops we've ever used that doesn't totally suck to type on. It comes in 4 color options, and we got the Platinum option. It's beautiful. The lid of the Platinum Surface Laptop 4 is, well, platinum colored, with the only marking being a chrome Microsoft logo square in the middle of the laptop. The bottom of the laptop looks similar, but the keyboard tray has a slightly darker color. The laptop is just 0.57 inches thick and weighs just 2.79 pounds, 1.3 kilograms, which makes it a breeze to carry around in your bag while commuting around. But even with the Surface Laptop 4 being so thin, it still feels incredibly robust. The lid is made of aluminum and has absolutely no flex to it. And, unlike a lot of other touchscreen laptops out there, when you poke at the display, the hinge is so solid that you don't have to readjust your screen afterwards or brace it with your other hand. This in and of itself makes using the touchscreen way more convenient and makes it feel like less of a gimmick, something other laptop manufacturers can definitely learn from. But as solid as the top of the laptop is, the story of the keyboard deck is all about comfort. As is now traditional with the Surface laptop, the keyboard and trackpad are surrounded by an Alcantara material that is nice and soft. It's a suede-like microfiber pile. It makes typing so much more comfortable right out of the gate, because instead of this hard metal like you get with most comparable laptops, it's nice and soft. But there's a downside to it. If you spill something on this material, or you get crumbs on it during a lunch break, we get the feeling that it will get dirty and would be a bit harder to clean than it otherwise would be. But if you're conscious of hygiene and don't find yourself stuffing your face while also trying to get the project that's due in the morning out the door, it should be perfect. One of the biggest casualties of the thin size, however, is the lack of ports. All you get here is the Surface Connect port on the right, one USB-C, one USB-A and a headphone jack.